Good evening, welcome back to Kerbal Space Program Beyond Home. Time to start episode 3. Time to go to another moon of road and explore some more of our new home, our new system. So yeah, welcome back. Good to see Ottergod and Tati in chat, and everybody else is hanging around. Say hi in chat. You're more than welcome. So yeah, last week we did actually pretty well. I was really quite pleased with last week's stuff. We managed to get to Lua and hit 3 different biomes there with parachutes. And then managed to get a powered lander to land on Armstrong and hop around and get all 3 biomes there as well. And some very pretty screenshots to boot. So tonight, we've got, well, for starters, 157 science to spend. So we'll go and use that first. We'll pick a new strategy as well, which I suspect is probably going to be Ash probes. Land probes in 3 different biomes on Ash. Blah, blah, blah. Roughly the same as we did last time, but a whole new moon. The other option is we start putting man Kerbals on different planets. Now, plant a flag on Lua shouldn't be too hard to do, but it's going to be our first manned stuff, and we need life support as well now, because I've got life support mods installed in this playthrough, which makes it just that little bit more challenging. So, alright, you can decide, chat, which one do you want? Do you want to go for a manned landing on Lua, or do you want to go for probes on Ash? Let me know what you think. Because I'm kind of torn between the two at the minute, to be honest. And chat goes quiet, because of course it does. Tati, Ottergod, which one do you want to do? I know you're there, I know you're lurking, I can see you. Meanwhile, I have mulled wine. Always a win. Do the thing. Helpful, Tati. Thank you very much. Manned landing? Manned landing it isn't. Alright. Manned landing on Lua. So, first off, science. Now, if we're going to go for manned landings, we need some more stuff in survivability. Do we have... That's alright, Tati. I've only just finished sorting out my own food as well. Life support. Life support would come in very handy. Universal storage life support bag is exactly what we need, I think. And with the oxygen tanks as well, fertilizer tanks, mulch. Yeah, it's okay, I forgot, I know it goes quiet. It's fine. If I get enhanced survivability here, that gives us better parachutes. Mini pack of life support, service modules, and heat shields, which we are going to need if we're coming back. So we'll take that, and we'll take life support there. The other thing is, of course, I have no command modules at the minute either. Mark 1 command pod is there. Can I get away with the life support stuff that's in here? Good question. That's supplies. Oh, more re-entry pods. I mean, I could take the onion. That's only 22 research. That would leave us enough to pick up life support as well. If I want proper command modules, it's another 90. I think we're going to have to go with that. We'll have to take the onion up. And it's going to be 1 pilot. But it's enough that we can do this. So we have a pod. It's not a great pod, but we have a pod. And we have life support. And we have 0.9 science left. That's pretty close. But yeah, we're going to go for lower. So if we take our lander from Armstrong from last time and modify the top, because we had tons of delta V on that. Like it had enough to jump around 3 different biomes and still had some to spare. So if we open up Armstrong Lander 1, let's have a look at this thing. This had 5,000 delta V. Now landing on Armstrong was fairly easy. Landing on Lua is going to be a bit trickier, and there's atmosphere to deal with when we come back. That said, if we take that off the top of there, give ourselves huge great pod. We can get rid of that. Put our storage bay under there. We will need that reaction wheel because there's nothing in this, which is always a bit of an issue. That's a fuel tank. That's photovoltaics. Hey QCat, how you doing? Good to see you. Been a whole 5 days. I hope everybody had a good Christmas. What a stir fry. Best way to be. Sounds like a definite good plan. So this will land. Will it come back? And we'll need to modify it to actually get a decoupler in there. Come on, off you come. Actually, I might try and bring the service bay back because it's going to have a whole lot of stuff in it we really, really want to keep. What have we got in the way of heat shields? 1.25. I think that's that. Nope, it's not. We need a bigger one. Alright, in that case then, we're not going to use that particular fairing anymore. So the size is 125 to 1.5. We've got standard 1.25 fairing. Please tell me I have a standard 1.25 fairing. We don't, do we? Oh, come on, universal storage, that's hardly fair. 125 to 1.8, 125 to 1.5. Mulch tanks, oxygen tanks. We'll deal with life support in a minute. 2.5 meter decoupler, that doesn't really help us much. 0.625 service bay. Yeah, you're right guys, time has lost all meaning. I almost didn't realise it was Sunday until I went, oh, it's KSP day today. I could really do the 1.25 standard fairing, and there doesn't seem to be one. So we may have to go with the Soyuz fairing after all. You're going to craft stream, you're too tired and lazy to clean your desk. You should see the state of my desk. I mean, I've got space for the headphones and the keyboard, and that's about it. If I put my heat shield in there, and I take one of these, that gives me reaction wheels. I'm going to need. I can take that and put it on there. That goes on there. Double height. So I don't need that anymore because I've got reaction wheels now. For some reason this stage is not reporting any delta V, and I don't know why. So they've got engines on here. Oh, for some reason the engines aren't staged. Oh no, that's the bottom part. Oh, I know why. Because it's messed up with the decoupler. No, the staging got screwed up, that's what it was. You should not be in there. There we go. 758 meters a second of delta V, that's not a lot. What do we have in the way of fuel tanks? Do we have any external ones? Universal storage radial fuel tanks. Fuel tank adapter. Or we can just take some 1.25. meter fuel tanks if I have any. I mean, that's potentially a solution. Drop that, fire. Those. This is a thrust to weight 1.8 off lure. That will get us off lure, which is good. You're all messed up. You up there. You go there. Go there. 1280, that's better. Now the other right side of the decoupler. Okay, so that'll get us off lure and hopefully get us home. I mean, lure's atmosphere is pitifully thin. I'm hoping lure's escape velocity is not particularly high. And that said, we can just get to retrograding point straight up and do it that way, so that might get us home. Oh, if it doesn't, we'll send out a rescue mission. Okay. If I put our standard engines on there and don't screw up our staging, that's 2937. That's not a lot. Where's that decoupler? Why is there a decoupler in the re-entry module? What exactly do you decouple? Curious now. Is there anything intelligent in here? Or do you just have a decoupler built in? Maybe it's just a decoupler built in. But I don't want to decouple that because it'll take out the heat shield. Let's just disable that. We'll do it our way. Don't trust that. Right, let's open up this stuff. Seriously, that's... Thank you. Now, and here we have a barometer. We need universal storage life support. Okay. That gives us oxygen. We will need life support supplies. That's a remote operation system, which we don't need anymore. Fertilizer, no. Mulch, no. What's that life support bag actually got in it? Just supplies. I'm assuming that includes water. Guess we'll find out. Oh no, the water tank is separate. That should be enough to get us to Lure and back. Oxygen, water and snacks. Make that double height to balance out the weight of the battery. And then that balances with that. You can have solar panels on. I think that will get us home. We'll need parachutes on here somewhere. And they need to be on the top module. So we'll take our Mark 16 chute, now we have the top ones. Do that. Is the top bit a pod or a portal core? Yes, I think is the answer to that one. We're not sure which. Probably best not to ask. You've got a 50 electric charge as well. We actually need to put the batteries in here. That's not going to hurt to have extra batteries, is it? Does it go to space, Daddy? Space! Have I missed anything obvious on my lander? Put this base back up. We've got supplies, we've got battery. We've got our basic science. We've actually done most of the science on Liver. What we're looking for is to actually get there now with a Kerbal. So are those heat tiles on the capsule? Maybe it doesn't need a heat shield. I don't know actually. It does have some ablator, yes. Is that going to be enough to get us home? I'm going to take the other heat shield anyway. I'm going to err on the side of caution. I'll maybe mess with that at some point. See what it does, but it would make sense with the couple of built in. So you reckon there's actually a heat shield underneath there? The parachute can be repacked if I have an engineer. I'm probably planning. Oh no! See, I don't want to do a powered landing on Lua, really, do I? I need to take a pilot up though, so I'll have to do separate sets of parachutes. Oh. If I was to do that, oh, that's ugly. If I do that and split those parachutes into 2 different stages. So you go there, we use those to land on the lure, we use that one to land back on the road. That decoupler is still all over the shop and needs to be there because that's the one we fire before we fire the road parachutes. We're down to 889 on the top stage. Might be enough. I'm tempted to drop another fuel tank in there. Why does it never pick up the 4-bay core? The only problem with this is it's making it to a very tall lander. I'm not overly keen on, but we can probably get that down on lure. So if that's... Ooh, that's going to be fun. Then again, it's coming down the parachute, so it should come down vertical. We just need to pick a flat landing spot. Radial tanks? Yeah, possibly. I mean, aerodynamics are going to be shot then, but if I take that out and go for radial fuel tanks. Is that liquid fuel or is that liquid fuel and oxidizer? That's liquid fuel and oxidizer, okay. I've got some clink in the stuff expander. I mean, aerodynamically it's going to be a mess anyway, but the good thing is the pod shields most of it, so actually launching like this is not going to be too bad. That gives us 1000 delta V back on the lander and makes it a little more squat. Yeah, I think I'm a little happy with that. It was good input, Tatty. I think it's not a bad idea. Right. So if that's going to get us to space and into lure, well, going to get us back off lure, hopefully. All we need to do now is get this thing there. We reckon we need about probably about 6,000, 6,500 delta V in total. Again, we're guessing. We have no delta V maps. It's a complete guessing game. That's how much it takes to get back. But we'll see what happens. We can always send a rescue mission up if we need to. So this needs more oomph. This needs a lot more oomph. On road, we have a thrust to weight ratio of 1.02, which is not great. But we can take Rio shrimps, mites. Ugh, we don't have any decent boosters at all. The best thing we've got is the flea. Is that really the best we can do? Only thrust to weight ratio. If I put that down there. What did everyone of oxygen survive to rescue mission arrives? That's a very good question. Which one's life support? It's life support status. 11 days. 11 days should be enough. It's only a few hours to lure. We can get a rescue mission there in time. That gives us 3,700. That's still not a lot, which means I think it's time to go for something a little different. And the nice thing is they give you external fuel ducts early on in this game as well. So we can do something like this. Come on, sit on the top. There we go. Going to connect to the bottom, or are you going to mess me around? Oh, I can put it on the top. Alright. I think that's symmetrical. I think it's on straight. Yeah. And then, do we want engines on this? Thrust to weight of 1.02 off the pad. We need something on the bottom end here. So give me... Oh, I'll get some little cogswells back out. We liked those last time. These air conditioning ducts. Air conditioning ducts filled with rocket fuel. Yep, pretty much. And then we do that. And we're up to 4,000. That's better. Burn time 57 seconds on the outer ones, 3 minutes on the main tank. It's still not great and it's still not enough. How much more can we push this? 4,002. $4,004. And if I move that, come on, move down. You won't move down any further. Still no mistakes were made, flag? No, I know. I haven't got the flag sorted out. I'm extremely sorry. Yeah, we have Separatrons now. We can do this. But even if these aren't sat properly, at least we can make sure that the fuel tanks will leave in the right direction. Never the one you want it to be, is it? Whatever rotation you pick, it will be the wrong one. So you lot all go together. And you all go at the same time as those decouplers. It's still only 4,300. Would it help if we actually properly onion stage this? Sorry, but asparagus staged it rather than just feed into the main tanks. I'll have to do these manually because it's not going to do the symmetry properly if I do it one at a time. It was 4,300 before. Do it this way. What do we get? Apart from a much more complicated system, I have to go and redo all the decouplers on. Because now we want to do you first and that one. Like so. So we drop those two tanks. Then we drop those two tanks. I need to get the separatrons off. Oh, of course, these are all done in different groups as well. Oh, what a faff. If I take, not you, you're one. Why are you dragging two different ones? Yes, you can go. And you can go. Okay, that's that set. This four, you can go. And you can go. And then this four, need, not you, you can go. And that one. And lastly of this set, you and you. So that should fire separatrons for the first two tanks separately. That gives us 4,400. It's a little better. Still not much though. But we do have a thruster weight of only 1.09 off the pad. It's still not a lot. I mean, it'll get off the pad, but it won't do it very quickly. And if I was to chuck an extra fuel tank on here, I suspect we'll probably find that we don't get off the pad at all. 1.01. Ugh. Now you're not thrust limited or anything, are you? You are thrust limited. Solves that problem. I thought it was a little low. Must have toned it down for the other one. Alright, thruster weight sorted, that's fine. 4,600. Will it get us to Lua? Possibly. Will it get us back? Probably not. So how do we bump up thruster weight on this without making it either A, massively tall, or B, unflyable? Thruster weight's 1.34, delta V 4.7. I'm starting to think we're getting there. We had about 5.5 on the original Armstrong lander, didn't we? What do we have on Lua probe? $3,700, that was all. Oh, in that case then it might be enough. Got 1,000 to get home. Shall we give it a try? Shall we see if it actually goes somewhere? Because I think it might. Well, it'll go somewhere. Whether it will go to lure and back is a different question. But we can always eject if we need to. Alright, let's save that. We've got reaction wheels in the decoupler. I believe. Don't check my decouplers. Universal storage attitude control decoupler, yes we do. Wheel authority 100%. So we have some reaction wheels. Probably going to go roughly straight up to start with, but we'll deal with that. We fire all 5 engines, we drop the 2 outside tanks, we drop the next 2 tanks. We decouple the booster stage, fire the engines on the lander, parachutes land on lure, and then when we come home, drop everything and open the parachutes to come back. Alright. I'm just going to go and upgrade the astronaut complex so we can do EVAs, otherwise we're never going to get all the science out of this, and we are never going to get to plant our flag. The other thing I'm hoping is that the gravity on lure is low enough that we can actually use jetpacks. So we haven't tried that. And if that doesn't work, then we're stuck. Upgrade. Kerbals can EVA, Kerbals can plant flags. What's R&D's upgrade? 900,000. Can I put... Do I have ladders? I don't know if I do. Let's go find out. Oh, the Pegasus ones. Alright. See if we can strap some ladders to this thing. I'm guessing that's the door. Doesn't help the fuel tanks are in the way, but... Seriously? Give me 8 times symmetry back. Thank you. That's also a really odd way of doing it. You don't seem to be aligned to. Get you roughly even. That must be the door, right? Ach, if it's not, we'll test the EVA when we get out there. If it's not, we can always bring them back in. No, I don't want to duplicate the entire ship. I think that'll be enough, because I think if we go any lower, we could do that, just to make sure the bay's shut. shouldn't affect the... This whole thing looks twisted. Ah, it'll be fine. It'll work. Let's see if we can get one more of those on the top. You're not going to hook to that, are you? Can we get one up there? Yes. Let's go see what happens. I mean, if nothing else, we stage everything, we eject, and then we come down on parachutes. So we'll keep Jim alive one way or the other. Time to run some test flights. We have the money. So go put Lua Lander on the pad. Jeb, absolutely, you get to fly first. First mission. And assuming it doesn't fall over on the pad, which is, you know, always possible. The vehicle assembly building can't support vehicles over 40 parts. Damn it. And it's 105. Okay. So we need to massively upgrade the VAB, which is 450,000. We need another 60k from somewhere else, which means we need to do some more missions. What have we got that pays well? Crew landing and return on Lua, which is what we're planning on doing, pays 237,000. Bonus. Take that while we're here, but... Polar Satellite only pays 8, Flyby of Ash pays 27, but we don't want to do that while we've got the Lua strategy running, because that's going to cost us a stack of stuff in Manned return from orbit of Lua is indeed a freebie, it's true. Now we could possibly do that one first with a much smaller craft, because we don't need landing legs, we don't need any of that stuff. I think I might actually go and do that one. I think that might be the best plan. Right, design another ship. Let's take the Armstrong lander, strip off all the landing stuff, and just go for an orbit of Lua. Open up Armstrong lander 1. Get rid of... Oops. Oh yeah, we set that as a route, didn't we? Get rid of all of that. Thermal. Heat shield on the bottom there. Uh, 1.2 universal storage to give us some attitude control. Kind of want to bring this lot back, but we don't need those. We don't need those. We don't need those. We can actually put an engine in here now. And the space fleet, I believe, is much better in a vacuum. Yes, it is. And I have the decoupler shroud mod installed as well now, so it gets a whole lot prettier instead of running those weird engines. Jettison mode, 2 shells, yeah, that works. Yeah, that's quite cool. Alright. There is a decoupler in there, but our staging is all screwed up as usual. Fire that, drop that, fire that. Turn off the staging in here. Take a parachute on top. And we are at 29 parts. Now in here, we have solar panels, we have a couple engineer chip. Don't need the remote control. We do need some water, some oxygen, and some snacks. Come on. Snap into place. There we go. Science. We have Science Juniors. Inline Mystery Goo. Oh, we have Radial Science Juniors. Use those anywhere. If I set that back to a single, set that to a single, because we don't need the massive battery on this. Oh no, you're absolutely huge. I don't have the inline Science Junior. How big are you? Perfect to go in there. Delta V 3300. Thrust the weight off the pad 1.14, but this we know is still thrust limited. And if we do that, 3006. Yeah, I'll get us to orbit of lure. Do we have any sort of inline experiment storage unit? We have that one. How big are you? Double height universal storage bay. Okay. We'll get you and put you in there. Get you and put you in there. Just to keep it all symmetrically balanced. Take the press mat out of there. Not sure we need this much science, to be honest, but and then put you in there. Don't have action groups yet. Which is a slight shame, but... track primary base, there we go. But we can do EVAs and we can plant flags now, so we can get out and get the data out of here. That's not a problem. I think that will do us for an orbit of Lua, which gives us the money to upgrade the VAB, so we can have more than 40 parts. There's 36 on this. Let's bring that up a touch. Yep, 36 parts. Delta V off the power 1.3. Bump that up a touch. 1.47. Thrust rate per stage is 0.9, but we're going to be well up there by the time we have to start using that. Got a reaction wheel. Don't need comms, we're taking a pilot. See what happens. No, that's not bad. 45 minutes in for the first launch. I've had worse starts to a stream. But I am out of mulled wine now. Oh well. Come on, Kerbal. Load up. There we go. Takes a little while, but it gets there. Throttle to full. And let's see what happens if we launch this thing. 3, 2, 1. Gets off the pad, alright. Crew reports. That's a novelty. We have control. Not going up particularly quick, but it is going up. Actually quite flyable. That reaction control decoupler system is perfect. It's a cloudy day, sort of thing that SpaceX would have scrubbed on for weather, but we don't care. Tips over a little fast, but we'll hold it there for a second. It's like a flying curtain rail. Yeah, it does a bit, doesn't it? That's that probe core on the top. Oh damn it, don't spin out. That was not in the plan. Are you going to come back? Come on. Come on. There we go. Totally planned. Apoapsis is 16k, it's still not particularly high enough. But road is still looking pretty. Temperature scan from the high atmosphere, absolutely. Oh no, road's oceans. Okay. A new one.